Hello and welcome to Caching Waves. This is your Elliott Wave update for ICP. I just wanted to show you on the daily what I'm looking at. So major resistance here is around $24 at this previous sell-off point. And there's not much in between here we're looking at, but we do want to find support in this area because there is a potential we have a completed 5-wave pattern to the upside, in which case we'd expect a larger correction to correct this entire wave. That is a possibility. We do have divergence between the 3 and the 5th. My primary is we actually need to make an extended 5th wave, and we're expecting a 5-wave impulse to the upside to that area before getting that larger correction. And I'm going to show you how that plays out, and I'll show you where we're wrong as well. So let's go down to the 4-hour and see what we have at the moment. So we had our wave 1 and 2. Third came past the 1.618. We were traced between the 236 and 382 just as expected. And for our 5th wave, we hit at the 2.382 at just past 1550. And one major reason why I think we need a impulse to the upside here is this wave that just panned out over the last 2-3 days. And I'll show you that at the lower time frames. But we can fail here. I'll show you how that can happen too. But we most likely will, if we fail, have a profitable trade or break-even trade either way, in which case no harm, no foul in this setup. So let's go down to the hourly. Remember, this is our wave 1 and 2 of the 5th. Now for this wave, because of this $24 area, I'm actually going to be using linear scale because it lines up better. And this is for our 5th wave of our 1-2 of our 5th wave extensions. And that's between about $22 for our 3rd. And we basically just passed that for our 5th, not quite make the 200 if this resistance holds. Now, if we work on log, our 3rd would get above that resistance and we'd find support for our 4th at that resistance. So just keep that in mind at the $24 mark. Now, one question as well we have to ask ourselves is, where did this 4th end? Is it a W with a flat X, Y, and the 4th didn't quite make a new low? If that's the case, this 5-wave pattern looks pretty good. But if the 4th is over here, then we just have an ABC. And in that case, we'd expect a diagonal to fill out here. We won't know which one we get until these waves fill out. But I'm watching it very closely just to make sure I don't miss anything on this one. Now down at the 15-minute, our current wave. Remember, this is a 1-2 potential at the bottom. We spiked through the 618. Had an impulse to the upside, spike through the 618 of this down move, which I am considering for this count to complete as an ABC or WXY, 3-wave pattern. The question is, are we complete here? Now I'm already in this. I'm down $18 on it currently. But up in this area, I was wondering if this was our top here. And I thought maybe we had an A, B, C, and we were complete, going off to the races here with a really shy retracement. So I bought in this area. Our top ended up being over here, where this is our 4th and our 5th is a diagonal. But off this, we've had a 3-wave, a 3-wave. This went past the 70% I'd look for a flat, and a impulse to the downside. So is this a completed flat ABC? We won't know that till the waves pan out. But this could also just be our 1st wave, and then we grind sideways here, make a 3-wave, and then make our connecting wave to make a complex correction as a WXY. So just keep that in mind. We've only came through the 382 currently, so this could drift a little bit sideways here. That's why my stop's at this low as well. Or we won't know till it happens. We could have a 1-2, then we get our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, and we just keep going from here. As of right now, it doesn't look super impulsive unless this wave really takes off. So I'm considering the fact that this could just be an A wave in a larger pattern or a W wave and a WXY. For trading purposes, stop is still at this low. And the longer this wave takes, the more likely this is actually just a B wave. And this is an A, B, C. We expect this to complete and we come up for our C wave, and then we collapse to the downside. That's the scenario I'm talking about when I say that our top could be in as an impulse complete, in which case I would expect this to be a 3, A, B, C, 3, and we come down for 3 or 5 waves for a larger A wave to correct the larger impulse. So that's what I'm looking at. That's why I'm not too concerned that we're not going to at least get that move to the upside. But for trading purposes, what I would do is as soon as this wave breaks to the upside, my stop's going to be at break even. So I can't lose on the trade. Because it's pretty clear that this needs another leg up to complete a correction either way. Could be proven wrong, but it seems very improbable for this exact trade. This is one of the best impulses I've seen out of everything in the market I've looked at. The question is, do we get that extended 5th wave, or do we just make an ABC and we collapse to the downside? But like I said, it should be a pretty safe trade. I'm already in this. I'll put that up. I didn't mark that up where my entry was, but I am in this. I bought, like I said, right in this area because I saw this as a potential flat before we make a 1-2 and just go. Didn't get that, obviously. So looking at this more as a WXY or ABC potential at the moment before that next move to the upside. All right, I hope we get the extensions to the upside, but if we don't, I'll show you that failure, how that would look over here. And that failure would most likely happen. There's our retracement of the entire 5-wave move to the upside since the low. But this scenario would most likely happen if it was a sell the news scenario on Bitcoin. So keep that in mind, that if the news is reacted to positively or negatively, it could be a sell the news if it's a good news, or if it's negative, it could be potentially just as catastrophic. So the way that would work is this is a 3-wave move. This would be an A. We'd then get our A, B, C, and then we'd get 5 or 3 waves down. This would become a flat, and this would all just be an A wave. Then we get our 3 waves to the upside, and we'd get our 3 or 5 down, depending how far that goes up, and we'd get an A, B, C, and we'd come back between the 50 and the 618, most likely. 382 would be the minimum, the previous 4th here. And we'd be correcting this whole move, in which case we'd be looking for upside again. But that's how that sell the news scenario could happen. I hope it doesn't happen, because it would be frustrating to have to wait through all that, even though we'd find some short setups. There's just so much more volatility in bull markets and so much more to be made than in bear markets. So that's it for ICP, guys. If you like my videos, make sure to like and subscribe. I update these pretty constantly. Check out my other trade setups if you want as well. I am in 6 trades currently at the moment. All right, guys, that's it for this one. Thanks for watching.